Hello, I'm Sandhya, an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to yet another Zentangle mini project. So for today's focus tangle in our focus flight series is called Angelfish by CZT Marizan Van Beck. Marizan was my batchmate from CZT number 7. Angelfish is a lovely organic tangle. It has a nice flow to it and it can be used as a filler tangle. And I plan to use yet another tangle along with Angelfish for my project today. For those who are wondering the location change, this is my studio and I'm here after almost 7 weeks. So happy to be at the studio. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. Okay, so let's get on to the project. I'm going to be working on my white square tile with my black pen and my pencil. So go grab your supplies. All we need is a white tile or a white paper and a black pen, pencil and stub, and let's get started. Okay, so here we are with our supplies. Here's my white square tile. This is 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches square tile, and my pencil, stub, 0.1 micron and 0.8 micron. Okay, so let's get started. For today's session we will be making our border. So I'm going to make my dots and notice I'm making my dots really inside because I'm going to work around the border, so I want to make sure I have enough space to do that. Okay, so I make my 4 dots and I am going to connect it with a regular freehand line like that. Okay, so let's get started with our first tangle, our focus flight tangle, which is called Angelfish. So we start with a dot here and just make few random dots around like this. Okay, so I pull this out, line like this, kind of go around this and make a knot. So I start from this point, go around and make a knot. Like this. Okay, so I can probably have one more here, so I'm just going to go around, make this. Okay, now that I have my lines coming out, I start connecting these. So I start from here, go around this and come to the bottom of this. Then again I start from this bottom, go around this and land the bottom of the next one. So we're going to repeat this. Like that. Okay, so now let's start with my with our next one. So I kind of start somewhere here. This is my center dot and I make circles. You can either make circles or a dot, so something like this. Now I pull out my line from here and wrap around that circle. I'm pretending I have a line that's kind of hiding behind this. So this goes like that. So I start at the bottom of this circle, go around this and then come and land at the bottom of this circle. Like that. Okay. If you wish you can add another one, probably I'll do that. So I'm going to add. Okay, that's going out of the border line, which is fine. So I start with my next one. So we repeat the same thing. Okay, so let's make another one around this now. So you can make your lines a little shorter or longer depending upon how much space you have and how you want to set them along with the next or the previous angelfish. So it's a lovely organic tangle. It looks fun to have to add them. So I'm going to start with my next one. Okay, so just go ahead and fill your entire remaining space. So basically we are working along the border. Okay, so I'm done working along my border. Now I like to give a little or a line like this, so like make a double line like that, so that just makes it interesting, but this is optional. If you are not very keen on this, you can ignore this, but I like the finish that it creates, so just that extra line kind of gives a nice oomph to the tangle. So go ahead and add the second line if you want to create that fun element in your tangle. Okay, so I have my double lines done for all of my angelfish. Now let's get started with the inside part of it. So inside we're going to do this tangle called Knightsbridge, which is like a checkerboard. So I am making my grid here. So instead of making a straight line grid, I'm making a diagonal line grid just for fun. Done. So now I'm going to fill this up alternating with black and white. So I'm going to use my 08 here, and I start filling
So make sure you go in the order, as in you finish this and then you do the one right next to it, instead of doing one here and then jumping onto the other side. So that creates confusion, so this way you know where you're going. So I fill this is going to be empty, and then I'm going to fill this. And then this little one here. So take your time to fill in these sections with solid black, and make sure the black is nice and jet. We don't want any white spots showing through. Okay, so I have my center filled in with Knightsbridge. So the next step is you can either leave this at this point, or I'm going to give some aura lines around this just to enhance that, but that's totally optional. Or if you wish to add another layer of angelfish, you could probably do that. So there could be another layer that's coming out depending upon how much space you have. You can always do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and give aura line. So the aura line kind of goes around this without touching anything. It just goes closely around the pattern. Okay, so I'm going to give another aura line. So I'm just basically going to follow this. So again, you can stop at any point, as in you can just stop with just 2 aura lines, or if you wish to kind of fill in this entire space with aura lines, you can do that as well. So this is all kind of totally up to us. Okay, so I like what I have right now here. So I did 3 aura lines and I'm happy with that. Now let's get started with our shading. So shading for angelfish is very simple. You can just put a pencil right here at the point where all the lines kind of comes out, and we'll just pull that out. So let me show you how to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this like that. So So very gently just blend that. Like that. See how this creates this lovely lovely effect. I really like that. When you add the shading, things just change. So once you're done, I would love to see your creations. So head on to our FB group ZenBeez. That's where all the after party fun happens. So share your works there, show your creations, see what others are creating there. It's a fun place to kind of see what everybody else is doing. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now I'm also going to add my pencil right around this. So that to, push my angelfish forward. So I've added pencil all around, and I'm going to blend this out. So be very careful not to get the pencil onto the other side. Do you see how the angelfish, the pattern is kind of coming out? Which is what we need. So there you go. Now our last section is the Knightsbridge. So I'm just going to make my pencil on this side and this side like an L. Okay, so it just goes here and here, and I'm going to blend this out. There you go. So that's our Knightsbridge shaded and our angelfish as the border. I'm going to put my signatures. So let's put our initials and sign it and own it. There you go.
Hope you had fun creating this project with me. I would love to see your creations. So hop on to our FB group ZenBeez, where all the after party fun happens. Come share your work and see what others are creating. And if you are planning to share your works on social media platforms, then do tag me at Sandhya Manne or hashtag Tangle with Sandhya, so I get to see your beautiful works. Now it's time to comment, so comment and let me know how you enjoyed this video, because that would help me plan my next projects. And now it's time to show some love, so show some love and hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.